Okay, so now we're on to project 4, which is a cut paper relief. And it should look something like this, where you have some areas that are cut out and some areas that flip up, which is what makes it a relief. Relief meaning something that comes off the surface. Okay? So what you're going to do, I'll show you another example, is you're going to create 2 different boxes that relate but are not the same. And then you're going to alternate them. See, we have this box, then we have this box, then we have this box. We're going to alternate them on a piece of paper to make a pattern, and then you're going to cut out or flip up your design and then put colored paper behind it. So what you need to do is start designing your boxes, your little design boxes, and you're going to be designing 12 boxes. So the way you do that is you get your ruler and you're going to be measuring out 2-inch by 2-inch boxes. So I just want to take my sketch paper here and I'm going to make a line to start off. I'm going to make a right angle. It's always best to start off with a right angle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure down 2 and across 2 inches. I'm going to make a little mark at number 2 all the way down to the edge of your paper so that I can line up my ruler on those little marks and come across. Now I know from here to here is 2 inches. From here to here is 2 inches. So now I want to make my vertical lines, my 2-inch vertical lines. So I'm going to make a little mark at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And actually I'm going to come down here and do the same so my lines line up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And I'm going to line up those lines, and now those are my 2-inch vertical lines. And if you notice, I have brown paper covering my work area. So if I go off with the pencil, it's fine because it's brown paper protecting my work area. Now actually, there's more space here, so I can make more 2-inch lines. Because remember, you have to have 12 boxes. You're going to design 12 little design boxes, and then you're going to pick 2 that relate and are similar, but they are not the same. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. This could be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Okay. So what you could do is you could start out with a template to design some shapes. You could also just do organic shapes, anamorphic shapes, geometric shapes. We went over all those different types of shapes before we started this design, so you should know them. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to start off, I'm going to make 2 flaps. I'm going to make 2 round flaps that come out on this one. So the way, if I wanted to fold out, the way that I indicate that is I just make, actually, yeah, okay. If I want that to fold out, this is what I do. Because this is going to fold out. This is going to fold out this way. I could even make an arrow. This is going to fold out that way. So what you're going to do when you're ready to cut is you're going to cut along this line, but you're not going to cut this line out because you need something for it to hold onto the paper so that you could fold it out. So what you're going to do is you're going to make this a dashed line. That's how you know that that's going to fold out. If you wanted an area to cut out, Let's do that. I'll show you how to cut out an area, to indicate how to cut out an area. I'm going to keep that line solid, and then I'm going to just lightly mark off the whole area I want to cut out. So I know when I color it in like this, that means that whole area is going to get cut out. And when I have dashed lines, that means that that is going to flip out. Okay, let's do a few more. Let's see. I am going to do something on the diagonal. And I want this whole thing to flip out that way. So the fold line is the dashed line. Think of it that way. So, yeah. So I'm going to cut out on this one. I'm going to cut here and I'm going to cut here. So I might want to just erase that so I know that. It's a triangle floating inside that square. So I'm going to cut this line and I'm going to cut this line, and then that's a fold line. So it's going to fold out that way. Okay? And then what I could do is I could make another triangle in here. I like to use a ruler so that it's a nice crisp line. It's not uneven. And then I'm going to cut that triangle out. I'm going to cut that triangle out so I shade it to know that that's cut out, and I put an arrow here with my dash line that's going to fold out. Okay, so you're going to design 12 of these. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that these two are the ones I want to use and they relate, which they kind of do because I have a fold out and a cut out, but it's a triangle and a circle. So you might want to do something more. If you want to pick the circle one, you want to do something more circular so that they both relate. But to save time, let's just use these two, okay? So what you're going to do is after you pick those two, so I like this one and I like this one, and I'm going to name it A and B. Okay? So then what you're going to do is you're going to make 5 rows. You're going to get a big piece of sketch paper and make 5 rows of 2-inch by 2-inch boxes. So I'm going to give you a piece of cut sketch paper. And you're just going to do the same thing you did for the little 12-inch boxes. You're going to make a right angle. I know this is not even because I cut it uneven, I can see. So I'm going to make that right angle. And then I'm going to come down. So you want 5 rows of 2-inch boxes. So I'll make a mark at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row, 5 row. Okay? Do the same thing here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to line these up. Line it up. And then I'm going to do my vertical lines. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Mark that.